Good morning, dear learners. Myself, Professor Praveen Kaithal, Assistant Professor, CSC Department, SIRIT. Today we are discussing about the introduction to machine learning. So, what is machine learning? The first point is, what is machine learning? Actually, it is an application of artificial intelligence because it is related to artificial intelligence, which gives devices the ability to learn from their experiences and improve without doing any coding. It refers that we have to learn the machine by providing the data, and the machine will learn with experiences which comes from the given data set. Now here's the difference between the traditional programming and machine learning. In traditional programming, we give input to the computer as in data and program, and the program is the lines of codes that what the data should process, how data should be processed, okay, and it will gives the output. While in machine learning, we also give data to the machine, but also will provide the output as an input. What output refers that it the previous values or data which comes under these circumstances the actual data arrived. Now these will give the results or prediction through which, for example, we have want to say that predict the today's weather, whether it is raining or not. So to analyze the previous data according to different features or matrices like humidity, wind direction, temperature, etc., and if it is if it is rain or not, we have to predict about that by matching all these values with the value of the data through which we have to predict. So in machine learning, we predict the data. Here are some other definitions of machine learning as well. Machine learning refers to the class of computer algorithms that learn from examples rather than being explicitly programmed to perform a task. So in traditional programming, we have to write the programs, lines of code to perform a task. As example, A plus B is equal to C. So we have programmed it. But in not machine learning, we have to give algorithms through which we can identify the patterns and predict the futures. Another definition is machine learning is a field which focuses on use of data and algorithms to imitate the way that the human learns, gradually improving its accuracy. So ultimately goal of here is to make a machine learn like a human or behave like a human. Okay, so as humans we have brains through which what we are listening, so our mind will collect that data through which he will predict or he will take decisions to upcoming conditions that rather we have to do that particular work or not. Similarly, we have to imitate that particular algorithm or scenario with the machine also. We provide some data to the machine and to use of the data and the algorithms, so it will imitate the way that human learns. Another definition is machine learning is a field of study that looks at using computational algorithms to turn empirical data into usable models. This signifies that we have to create some algorithms respect to machine learning which gives normal data, the empirical data into the usable models or charts through which we can analyze that what was the behavior of that particular algorithm or what was the behavior of that particular scenario, through which these models we can create the machine learning algorithms or tools. These are the some questions we have to identify the answers through the machine learning. Example, want to detect the spam. We have receiving the multiple emails, so we have to detect the spam mail in all of that particular emails. Want to forecast stocks. So, did you all know the stocks are it could be predicted by using the previous data or the behavior of that particular stocks. So through which we can use machine learning. Want to find out the user preferences. Example, you are doing the online shopping, so according to you, the ad will be come to your mobile phone or mobile or web pages according to your preferences. So there the ML is also introduced there. Want to computer to recognize your group your particular photo in a group photo. So face identification is there. So this is also can be achieved through machine learning. So these are the different types of machine learnings. We have supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, semi-supervised machine learning, and reinforcement learning. We will take a machine learning in another set. So this is a supervised machine learning. In this, we have to train the data using the train the machine using the data, which is data should be labeled. Labeled means there should be already tagged with the correct answer. Means already data should be tagged with the correct answers. Means there is a photo of a car, so car is a data and it should be labeled as a car within the database. It can be compared to the learning which takes place in presence of a supervisor or a teacher. That's why it is called supervised algorithm. A supervised algorithm learns from labeled training data and help you to predict the outcomes of the unforeseen data. Sorry. And the basic disadvantage of the supervised learning is that the dataset has to be hand labeled either by machine learning engineer or the data scientist. Move on to the next, unsupervised learning. It is a machine learning technique which the user do not need to supervise the model, means there is no teacher above the machine. Instead, it allows the model to work on its own, discover patterns, informations that was previously detected. Means it the data comes in supervised learning is unlabeled data. The unsupervised learning problems are grouped into clustering and the association problems. The basic a disadvantage of any unsupervised learning is that its application spectrum is limited. Move on to the next. It's called semi-supervised. So at its name shows it's semi-supervised means it contains some features of supervised learning as well as the unsupervised learning. So it is a combination of the small amount of labeled data and a large amount of unlabeled data to train the models. So supervised learning, if you imagine that particular three types of learning, so supervised learning where a student is under the supervision of a teacher at both home and the school, rather in unsupervised learning where a student has to figure out a concept by himself itself because there is no supervisor here there. And in semi-supervised learning where a teacher teaches a few concepts in class and gives question as homework which are based on the similar concepts. So here he will be having some labeled data or unlabeled data as well. Next is reinforcement learning. This is a particular type of learning in which we have to make a sequence of decisions. In this approach, machine learning models are trained to make a series of decisions based on the rewards and feedback as they received for their actions. Means if if particular data is put into this particular model, machine learning model, then some kind of a reward or feedback will receive, and it will goes as an input of the machine model as well. This machine learns to achieve a goal in complex and uncertain situations, as is rewarded each time and achieves it during the learning period. The reinforcement learning is different from supervised learning in the sense that there is no answer available. So the reinforcement agents decided to steps to perform a task. The machine learning here the machine learns from its own experience, where there is no training data set is present. So this is reinforcement learning. So this is a basic difference between these models. So we can say through based on input data, in supervised learning, the algorithms used are trained using labeled data. Rather, in unsupervised machine learning, algorithms are used against data which is not labeled. Okay, based on complexity, computational complexity, the supervised learning is a simpler method. Rather, unsupervised learning is a comparatively complex. For accuracy, uh, supervised learning is highly accurate and trustworthy. Rather, in unsupervised, less accurate and trustworthy method is unsupervised. So, thank you. We'll meet in the next video for machine learning part 2.